Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Invective here. This is going to be my Candace showcase. This is going to showcase my Candace and exactly what sort of items and abilities I'm going to use on her. But first things first, I'm going to go ahead and max her out. I've got her at level 80, but I'm going to go ahead and ascend her right now, take her to level 90. She's one of my first characters. That's a 4-star that will get to level 90 besides Shangling and besides Bennett as well, because those two are excellent 4-star units. But I really have not wanted to like max out any other 4-star except for Candace. When she came out, I was like, I looked at the banner and I was like, this is what a 5-star looks like instead of Sino. A Sino is cool, but Candace, I was just like, yeah, I've got to get this one maxed out. So farmed up all of her stuff. Her ascension stat is HP percentage, so the higher you take her, the better in her case, definitely. But okay, yeah, there we go.
I am now capable of venturing ahead of you and fending off all dangers that would seek to come your way. If you trust me, then I invite you to close your eyes and leave the enemies to me.
Okay, now good little audio right there for her ascension. And then I'm going to just max her out if I can. I don't know if I've got enough. There's 68 of these. I'm taking her all the way to level 90. I know it's a bit crazy, but I'm doing it. I think we do have enough. Oh, level 89. Okay, level 89. Level 89, right? Just one level away from being level 90. So, her weapon at the moment is what I've given her is the Dragon's Bane. I am using Candace to be a Vaporize monster. She's there to do on-field Vaporize alongside her best friend Shangling. I've given Shangling the Staff of Scarlet Sands because this polearm is amazing. What other polearms do I recommend for her? Well, if you do want to build her in different ways, the Black Tassel polearm is excellent, but there's a reason why I'm using this specific polearm on Candace, and that is because her artifact set is actually the 4-piece Heart of Depth, right? And these are her current stats at the moment: 55% crit rate, 118 crit damage, and 138 to 140 energy recharge. If you can, try and get to 150 energy recharge. I still need to get better artifacts, but I'll show you the stats on my artifacts. I've got a Hydro Damage Goblet. You definitely want a Hydro Damage Goblet. Crit rate stats and HP stats if you can. Try and get HP on all of her stats. For her circlet, we've got a crit rate circlet with HP stats as well. It's giving us 20% HP on top, but no crit damage here. So hopefully in the future I might be able to pull a better crit rate circlet with crit damage stats as well, but for now that's really good. You can also go with a HP circlet as well. It's up to you. Next up, the flower. Crit rate stats. Try and get HP stats as well if you can get on the flower as well. Here's my feather. Crit rate stats, attack percentage stats. Elemental mastery is really going to help Yelan as well. These are two substats that you want besides crit rate. You want elemental mastery and HP percentage, especially if you're building her for vapes. Elemental mastery is a must. And then she's got HP sands. You can also go with the EM sands, but HP sands will overall make her buff stronger for the entire team and for herself as well. Right, next up we're looking at her talents. So her talents overall, this is what I've got on her talents at the moment. You don't need to level up her normal attacks talent, that's not needed. But I do recommend that you level up at least her elemental skill and her elemental burst. I'd say do the elemental burst first and then the elemental skill. Elemental skill if you want her to be doing most of the damage, and elemental burst if you want her to overall buff the overall team with her passive. She gains the ability to do damage to opponents based on her max HP. So she's HP scaling. Everything about her is HP scaling. I've got her C6, but if I was to recommend what you should at least get her to C2 at least, where she'll basically increase her own HP by 20%. So that's definitely something that you should go for. You can C C4 is a little help. It just makes it so that she can bash out her shield quicker, and C6 just makes her overall better for all other teams. She's better support with her C6, where she can do hydro damage equal to 15% of her HP after she activate her elemental burst. So that's really good there. So there you go, Heart of Depth. Okay, so other artifact sets that you should probably think about looking on her: 2-piece Heart of Depth and a 2-piece Tenacity would be really helpful to give her HP statistics and hydro damage bonus. That'll be really good as well. Other artifacts as well that you could look into is but I didn't personally want to use this set, the Noblesse Oblige set as well. You can run a full-on Noblesse set on her. That'll help her with her elemental burst damage, and try and go for crit overall HP. If you're doing Noblesse build, full HP with the black tassel, right? Full HP black tassel if you're doing Noblesse build. But if you're doing sub DPS, which I think this is her best build, definitely go with the Dragon's Bane. Other pole arms that you can use instead: Skyward Spine. Skyward Spine is really going to help her quite a lot because it increases her crit rate, it increases her attack speed by 12%, and she does attack quite slowly, but she does heavy damage. So there you go. There's Candace, good to go. Next up, let's go ahead and test her out. So yeah, this is the team overall. She's got Bennett with her. We've got her herself, Candace, Shangling, and Ayato. So alright, so we're all ready to go. So this is how you'd want to do the setup if you're going to be doing the damage with Candace herself. You want to activate Ayato's burst, activate Bennett's burst, Shangling's burst, and here we go.
Impressive. You're exposed.
52k on the vape. And as you could see, she did 52k on a Vaporize there. I'm just going to heal up Candace first over here. Okay. We're good to go. Activating Shangling's burst. Candace.
You're exposed. Too easy.
So she's doing easily around 20k on her overall burst. So very impressive indeed. Now you guys probably want to see the amount of buff that she gives to Ayato. So I'm going to show you that as well. I'm going to show you Ayato's raw damage without Candace, and then I'm going to put Candace on with him. So here's Ayato regular damage first, right? You're going to see how much he does without Candace. Here's Ayato's elemental skill without Candace. 7,000. 7,700 is the maximum damage that he does. 7,700. Right? But he's doing multiple attacks. So quite impressive damage there. And then now we're gonna activate Candace.
Pin them down. Grant us your blessing.
I'm ready.
8,000. So the damage has increased quite a significant amount. And not only that are you doing more damage, but you're also getting her instance of the burst HP damage as well. So she's greatly helping Ayato.
You're exposed.
Alright, activate this, activate this, activate this. And now Ayato is going to be doing all the damage now. 11,000. Yeah, he's doing good, impressive damage.
Do your worst.
I gotta say that the on-field DPS of Candace is very impressive. She's doing 11,000 per hit. She's doing big heavy hits as well. She can do up to 50k with her shield bash. So you saw immediately she did 50k on a shield bash. So she's working out really good. Let me go ahead and heal up my characters, and then I'll show you the other team composition as well. But I'd say this is the best overall team. But I'll show you the other teams. If you don't have Ayato, that's perfectly fine. You can use Xing Chao instead, right? If you don't have Ayato, Ayato, you can replace him with Xing Chao. That'll work perfectly fine as well. Heck, you could even replace it with Ye Lan. But remember, Ye Lan is a bow user, and if you want the best of Candace's effects, right? If you want her best overall buff, she's providing this buff on an elemental burst. So this buff is for what we've got: normal attacks, and also does additional damage with sword, claymore, and polearm wielding characters. So she does buff other characters by unleashing a rippling wave, but she provides Hydra Infusion for sword, claymore, and polearm wielding characters. So you can get Hydra Infusion on D-Luke. You can do a Hydro D-Luke with Candace supporting him. She does other support also, Ye Lan, if you want her to be on-field support. But the main buffs, you want to give them to sword, claymore, and polearm wielding characters. So you want to go with exactly her full buff in her teams. Okay, so the other teams that I've got set up here, which I think will work very good as well. So this is the main team. This is the main team, right? You can easily replace Ayato with Xing Chao, and I think this is quite a free to play friendly team. These are a bunch of 4-stars on the team here, so a lot of you guys probably have constellations for Xing Chao. So this team is perfectly fine as well. But Ayato is obviously going to provide the most overall damage if you're doing the sub DPS build for Candace, right?
Well,
Next
I'll
up,
put my official duties to one side for the moment.
we've got kind of a elemental mastery based team here. I'm using Raiden Shogun to help get the electro buff. You got Shangling as well. But yeah, I think this is a pretty strong team here as well. So we can go with this team. Obviously, you can replace Kazuha with Sucrose. Sucrose does work as a good replacement for him if you don't have Kazuha. Obviously, she's not Kazuha, she's not as strong, but Kazuha provides the maximum overall buff. So with this team, okay, I think we're already here. All right, so what we want to do: activate Candace's burst,
One with nature.
get the infusion off.
Illusion shattered. Yield.
Holy crap. Okay, this is doing way more damage than what I thought. Holy crap, this team is quite strong.
Shine down.
I was not expecting this.
Too easy.
Oh my gosh, okay. That was a lot of damage really fast. So, let me show you exactly what I've done there. What I did was I activated Candace's burst first so that we could get the Hydro Infusion. After we got the Hydro Infusion, you can go ahead and activate Kazuha's burst. You don't have to use his skill, just activate his burst. After you activate Kazuha's burst, then you've got the infusion with Kazuha and the Elemental Mastery infusion as well. Swap into Shangling, do her Elemental Burst, and then you can swap back into Candace. So start off by using Raiden's elemental skill, so you got the electro damage up. Then we're going into Candace to do her elemental burst, so that she can get the electro Hydro Infusion. You got Hydro and Electro. Kazuha is going to mix everything together, so you got a Hydro Infusion going, and then you got Shangling to do her elemental burst. You got all 4 elements, and then you can quickly bring Candace out to do the Vaporize damage. Absolutely nasty damage, absolutely nasty. You saw me completely melt this boss without even thinking about it. So let's just show you one more time. Yeah, let's go.
What's one more potent? Take this!
Nice and spicy. There is no escape.
One with nature.
Yeah, this just helps funnel in the energy so much better.
Into the wind.
Alright, we're all set, good to go. So what do we do first? Raiden Shogun's elemental skill, Candace's burst, Kazuha's burst, Shangling's burst, straight into Candace again. Oh my god, okay. So you're seeing a lot of damage numbers up there, but Candace is doing at least 20k to about 25k in between. If she gets to activate her elemental skill, especially the hold version, obviously it's a short window of time to do it in, but she can do up to 40k on this team. Yeah, she's doing really, really good damage here. Very, very impressive. And she's providing the Hydro Infusion, not only to Shangling, but Raiden Shogun and Kazuha. Everyone's working together here, and they all provide getting the buff, right? And then I'm going to show you the last team composition. Can use Yelan, and obviously I'd say Ayato or Xing Chao. Any of these three. If you have these three characters, if you have Xing Chao, especially if you have Xing Chao, use him on this team. This will work perfectly fine, right? This will work good and fine. So let's go ahead and deploy this. Now let me just double check that my Thoma has the 4-piece tenacity. He does. But with him, you're using Favonius Lance, so he needs a crit rate circlet here. That's the one thing with Thoma that you need the most. You need a crit rate circlet. We can get one from Venti right about now. Is there a crit rate HP one? Yeah, I'm just gonna steal Miko's one for now. Yeah, I'm gonna steal Miko's one for now. But yeah, you want Thoma, Favonius Lance Thoma. You want to build him with tenacity. And then obviously I've got him C6, but he's going to work really good with the VAPORIZE build of Candace. He works really good with Candace. This is a character that never worked good with any other characters really that well before, but he's going to be working really good with Candace. Okay, so overall he's at 48% crit rate. Obviously you want to maximize on his crit rate, but it's fine if you can't completely maximize on him. But yeah, there you go. You got Thoma, and then for the other characters, I've got Emblem set Xing Chao. We've got Thundering Fury on Sino, Tenacity, and then I'm still using the Heart of Depth. The main thing I'm doing here is I'm going straight for. You can go maximum damage with Sino, right? Or maximum damage with Candace. It's up to you. So here, let me show you what's going on field here. And Xing Chao is very good because you can use his elemental skill to funnel in particles. Okay, so that's already.
Cheap tricks.
Wow, 18k still. That's quite impressive. Right, okay, let's go ahead and do this.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Here's backup. Don't get too close.
And then you got Vaporize on the field. So she's doing consistent Vaporize on this team,
Pin them down.
which is quite good.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Let me weave you a verse. We shall prevent. You're exposed.
Yeah, her damage is very good though. Alright. So obviously a good team, quite a strong team. Candace and Sino work really good to do your hydro infusion and everything. But Thoma can help out, but you really want Thoma built with maximum HP and maximum crit rate. Especially if you're using him tenacity or 2-piece tenacity and 2-piece Crimson Witch, you can do that. But yeah, this team's good. You can also go 2-piece tenacity and 2-piece any regular attack 2-piece for Thoma as well. But yeah, this team's quite interesting too. You could run this team, but I do think overall the best team overall is the very first team. This team really capitalizes on Candace's vaporized damage. This is the best team overall to run Candace on, and I absolutely love this team.
I'm ready.
You're exposed.
53k. That's good damage, you know.
Pin them down.
Alright, so here we go. This is the team overall.
Everybody stand.
Boom,
Kamisato up.
boom, boom.
We shall prevail. Yield.
Yeah, very impressive damage. I must say, very impressive damage.
Impressive. Too easy.
One over.
At the frying pan, into the Flee. Let's light it up. Nice and spicy.
You're exposed.
50k on a vaporize is very nice.
Cascade.
50k on a vaporize with Candace. If you activate her elemental skill and you can get the full click, obviously it's a bit longer to do if she's C0, right? Because there's like a 2-second wait, but she's C6,
Pin them down.
it's up immediately. Especially if an opponent hits you as you activate your shield. If opponent hits you, boom,
You're
it will do the
exposed.
maximum damage as well. So it's so good. So there you guys go. There's my Vaporize team with Candace. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get a level 90. I'm gonna give her level 90. But yeah, she's got 30k HP. You're aiming for her to have at least 30k HP. Very good. Obviously 4-piece Heart of Depth. You can change it from 4-piece Heart of Depth to 2-piece Heart of Depth, 2-piece on Tenacity. You can and that would be making her really good for overall support. But if you want her to do most of the damage herself, on-field DPS, this is what you gotta do. You gotta get the HP stats, the crit rate circlet, and the hydro damage bonus goblet, and boom, get in there, get this build done. This is how you should run Candace. If anyone else is running Candace in a different way, as a sub DPS, as a support, let's be honest, let's be completely honest with you. Why would you run Candace as a support for other characters when there's clearly better support available for all out attackers? You got Yunjin, right? Yunjin's providing so much different support for other characters that it just makes it so that if you really want to use Candace for what she's built for, I think she's there as a sub DPS. Or you can't even run her as main DPS like I'm running with the Vaporize. 50k on the Vaporize, very impressive. But yeah, there you go. There's the team overall that you want to use. I've got Bennett, Noblesse set. He's running himself the Ali Flash, really good. I've got Shangling. I'm running her with well, she's got the Staff of Scarlet Sands. Which is amazing for her. You can also give her the Skyward Spine and give, these two weapons are interchangeable. But Shangling's one of those characters you can use any spare on her and she's just amazing. You got Ayato, obviously I got him with Jade Cutter. He's running 4-piece Echoes. It's his best set. But yeah, there you guys go. There's my team composition. There's my Candace. There's her weapon, the Dragon's Bane. This is definitely her best weapon if you're running her for a Vaporize build. If you're not running her for a Vaporize build and you're running her for a HP build, give her that Black Tassel. Make sure your Black Tassel is level 90. The 50% extra HP is going to be so good. Obviously, her best weapon overall is the Staff of Thoma. Everyone's best weapon is the Staff of Thoma. Let's be honest. The Staff of Thoma is the best weapon in the game. But it's just, they haven't made it available for over yet. Genshin, what are you doing? But yeah, there you go, guys. There's my overall team. Very impressed with Candace. Was she worth the C6? How much should I spend to get her? Guys, I got her C6, right? And on the chase to getting her C6, I got the unthinkable. I got C1 for Tainari, which is amazing, right? And then also, I got myself C1 for Sino. So yeah, I used about, I bought the most maximum value pack twice to get Candace C6. Ooh, I know. But she was one of those characters I was like, bruh, she just looks so good that I've got to get her C6. So there she is, C6, 4-piece Heart Adept. She's got a Dragon's Bane. She's doing nasty Vaporize damage, 30k HP almost. Obviously, I can min-max some of her statistics. But overall, there you guys go. There's my Candace build. If you guys enjoyed the video, I know it was a bit of a long one. Please do leave me a like, subscribe for plenty more Genshin Impact content. And I'll see you guys on the next Genshin Impact video. Peace out. Bye-bye.